Hey everybody, it's Eloy. Welcome to the design discussion here, where I talk about game design and weird stuff. This video is going up on a Friday, and I did not post videos for Wednesday or Thursday. Why, you ask? Well, my allergies have been really acting up, and yesterday I had like bloodshot eyes and could barely breathe, and it was not good. It was not that great the day before either. Today I finally got some antihistamines and some medicines, and I'm all good to go, so I'm at least going to go ahead and throw up a video here this Friday to kind of wrap up the week, and then we'll be able to move forward into next week. So this episode is probably going to be a short one, but it's an important one, and it is called Following Your Inspiration. Now, I talked last week about treating this like a business, and even if you don't feel like writing any certain day, you still have to write, because it's your bread and butter, and that's how you make your money, and whatnot. However, there is a thing that is important about following your inspiration. This weekend specifically, I posted not too long ago that I said I wanted to start designing a generational game. Everyone was on board. I kind of talked about it in the Third Eye Games update from this week. And it's just kind of been sitting at the back of my brain, just kind of twirling around. And I've been working on some Changeling the Lost. I've been working on some Urban Shadows. I've been doing some pitches for Apillion and working on some layout for Aragon Files and whatnot. And then something just kind of popped. And last night, when I was supposed to have been working on some Changeling, to kind of wrap that up, I'm glad that David Hill actually gave us an extension on that, so that's good. But instead of working on that, I started working on my game that I had the idea for being generational. And not only did it create this awesome new thing that now I have, and now that I've written it, but I spent some of my morning today working on it some more, and I'm about 4,000 words in. It's a brand new system, and it's all very themed for what I'm going with on the game here. And it's just awesome. It's in 2 days' time, I technically have like a full worked out game, and I've even come up with like, well, you know, in this case, this happens, and in this case, that happens, as opposed to just standard rules. So it's almost all done, and I kind of just need to finish off a couple of the mechanical things, and then it's done. And then I can send it off for playtesting, and it's kind of crazy that this has happened. But this wouldn't have happened had it not been for just being really inspired by not only the subject matter that I was writing, but also this cool mechanic that I had come up with. Just to kind of give everybody an idea, the game is card-based. I have never done a card-based game before. And, you know, so designing a card-based game really scratches that itch for me, because it's something that I've never done before, and I've always wanted to kind of do, but I could never really figure it out. And this game gave me the inspiration to really figure it out. And I have, like, you know, you draw this many cards for that, you can discard cards to do these things, you know, you can help other people out by giving them cards, and it's just kind of crazy how awesome it's kind of all formed and become in just a week's time. Since that fateful night that I stayed up, you know, way too late, and I started thinking of stuff while I was writing on the baby bestiary stuff. It's an amazing thing to be able to follow your inspiration. Ampere 1 came out because I was following inspiration, and it was supposed to have been Sinister coming out in that slot in the releases, and instead it became AMP because I was trying to write a little bit of AMP, but mostly focusing on Sinister, and then Amp just boom in my brain, and then just started writing the hell out of that. There are other times when I get completely inspired to do something, and I go and I try to do it, and it never really comes out right, so then it just becomes a bunch of wasted time. Of course, it's not as if this is unforeseen inspiration. A lot of the time, when I'm supposed to be working on one thing, is when my brain immediately starts thinking of something else. And, you know, and in this case, it's Changeling, which I actually have gotten pretty good progress on. And instead, I started thinking about this other game, which I actually hope to be able to share pretty soon here. If everything goes as quickly as this is gone, who knows, I might have a new game to share pretty soon here, even without a Kickstarter. I probably won't even do a Kickstarter for this. I might just, you know, this one doesn't seem like it's one of those that's this huge undertaking of a project that I have to do a Kickstarter. This is one of those, I'm probably going to write it in about a month or so, and I'll buy a few pieces of art for it, and then I'll throw it out there for you guys to enjoy, and I think it's going to be fun. So anyway, follow your inspiration. I think that's a pretty important thing. Whatever is on your mind, make sure you get it out and you write it down and you have it preserved somewhere. That happens all too often where I think about something, but I don't have a way to write it down at that moment. And then I forget what I was trying to do before, and then I just lose that thought entirely until like 2 months later, and then I'll remember it. But thank you for coming and listening to me in this design discussion. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And we put up new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Usually, this week is an anomaly. So we'll be fixing this right away and getting these videos to you guys promptly. Until then, have a great weekend.